Do you know who Charlie Kirk is or was?
Yes.
Do you two know about Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
I found out about who Charlie Kirk was when he came to this campus.
We're asking people about gun violence in America.
Well, I'm a pass.
Okay.
I don't even think that, I just don't think Americans should own guns. I don't know.
I don't like guns.
Would you be down for a quick 30-second interview?
Fine.
Okay. Hey there, we're doing a very special video today. We're standing here right on the spot where Charlie Kirk was last May here at San Francisco State University. And we're gonna be going around asking the student body what they think about the recent events of his shooting and what they think about gun violence in America at this time. So I hope you enjoy the video, and please remember to like and subscribe. We're asking folks about gun violence in America right now. Do you have any thoughts on gun violence?
No thoughts.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
No.
Okay. All right.
Just rest in peace.
Do you know who Charlie Kirk is?
I do know who Charlie Kirk is.
What are your thoughts on this whole Charlie Kirk stuff?
I don't think that it's nice that anyone gets murdered in front of people, but I think that there's millions of people who have been getting murdered all around the world that are getting hurt.
Did you know that he did an event on campus here last year?
I did.
Did you go to that?
No, but I was walking to the gym and I saw him on my way there because he was right by it.
If you had gone, is there anything you would have asked or anything you would want to bring up?
I don't know. I feel like I would rather just listen and see what other people have to say and really consume everything that was being said so that way I can form conclusions on my own.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on gun violence in America right now, particularly on college campuses or schools?
I mean, particularly about SFSU, I feel like there's not a lot of gun violence here, but we're also in a pretty democratic area. I think when you go to states that you can buy guns a little bit more openly and freely, I think that's where the issues lie.
Great. We're asking people about gun violence in America. Do you have any thoughts on gun violence these days?
Really, I just think that the right people should have guns and the wrong people shouldn't have guns, and you should do extensive background checks, like when you're getting the gun and who's selling you the gun, just things like that.
Do you have any thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
I never really paid attention to it. I know he was like a public speaker and stuff. But yeah, I mean, nobody really deserves to die. I really, I don't really have feelings about his death, but
Had you heard about him before he was shot?
Yeah.
How did you first hear about him?
Through TikTok and stuff. I scroll past his videos.
Did you know that he was on campus here last year doing an event?
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who Charlie Kirk is or was?
Yes.
Did you know who he was before you heard he got shot?
Yes, I did.
What are your thoughts on what happened in Utah?
I mean, gun violence is bad. Nobody should be shot for, expressing their beliefs. But, I mean, my personal view is I don't feel particularly bad because he was not an advocate for any kind of gun control.
Right.
He was very much in support of loosening gun control laws.
Did you know that he was on campus here last year?
Yes.
Did you go to that?
No.
If you had gone to it, is there anything you would have asked him or wanted to say when he had his event?
No, because I don't think that was his platform particularly, was really having intellectual discussions.
Totally. We're talking to people about gun violence in America. Do you have any thoughts on gun violence?
I don't like guns. I don't like guns. I don't like guns.
Yeah. Did you know who Charlie Kirk was?
Oh, the one that got shot in the neck?
Yeah. Did you know who he was before he got shot, or did you just learn about him from when he got shot?
No, I just heard he said a lot of bad things about people.
Do you have any thoughts on what happened in Utah? And in general, do you feel safe on campus? Does it feel do you think about gun violence as a student here?
Yeah, sometimes, but I feel safe here, so.
So, do you know who Charlie Kirk is?
I think that he was very opinionated, but a lot of his opinions were based and rooted in hate. Maybe not the full understanding of how it might affect other people, but the people who are affected just sense some hatred from him.
Had you heard about him before he was shot?
I heard about him, but I never really watched any of his stuff.
Did you know that he did a thing on campus here?
I did, yeah.
Did you go to that?
No, I'm a transfer student, so I'm new this semester.
Oh, you're in the semester, okay.
Yeah.
If you had gone, what would you have asked him, if anything?
I'm more of an observer.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think even just with everything that's happening, watching his memorial, I just have a really hard time grasping how he uses this lens of Christianity, which is rooted in love, to spew policies that are rooted in oppression and in hate. So I don't know how I would frame that question, but I would try to connect what he stands for religiously as a basis of him as a human being versus what he stands for policy-wise. What's the connection there?
And how do you feel about gun violence in America right now in general?
I feel like there's like a school shooting or a mass shooting like every other month, every time we read the headlines. So I do think that it needs a lot more reform. I think policy needs to be taken seriously. I think even the NRA commented on what had happened to Charlie Kirk too. But I don't know. I read tweets don't really translate well like in person, but I read this tweet that said like George Washington like had no idea what type of guns we have now, like revolvers, and how many people they could shoot. Like it took like 15 minutes to like reload.
Right.
What is it, like a musket
Yeah.
or something? So I feel like with the advancement in technology and like guns becoming more and more deadly, I think that some reform is like really necessary.
Thank you so much. It's a great perspective.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Jordan.
Jordan. And
Yeah.
Jordan, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Great. Thanks, Jordan. You want to shout out your social media to our followers?
Oh, at Jordan Suisala, Suisala. Was this for journalism?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
we're a YouTube and TikTok channel called DJP Films.
DJP Films? Okay. I'm a journalist too, so like
Okay.
I do a lot of like interviews and like man on street interviews, but I love this stuff. So.
Awesome. How do you feel about gun violence in America these days?
Don't even get me started.
It's about to go down.
I just don't think Americans should own guns. I don't know. I think it's dangerous, especially for children. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. I'm like completely against like guns, actually.
Do you know who Charlie Kirk is?
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
He was very bigoted. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did you know that he came to campus last year?
Yeah, I was like telling people, I was like, you guys just don't, because he's a grifter, like he's just rage baiting. So I was telling a lot of people, like, just ignore him. You guys are just giving him what he wants. He just wants to argue with people. And also like arguing with someone like him is like talking to a wall. So it's like, why are you wasting your time arguing? So yeah, I don't know.
So you were sort of protesting the protest.
Yeah.
Because the protest was...
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like, because people think that liberals and leftists are the same, and I feel like I'm a leftist and not a liberal at all. So I'm like, I'm just like, no, like.
That's really interesting.
I feel like leftists are more like radical, just like how the conservatives also have like a more radicalized like group as well. Liberals also do, and that's like a leftist. Like I'm like very pro socialism. Yeah.
I wonder if I have any more questions. I guess I can't think of any more questions for you.
Yeah.
That's a really great perspective.
Yeah, I'm like, I always tell people like, just don't even feed into the rage bait. Like, just do the work yourself, you know. So
That's great.
yeah.
So do you know who Charlie Kirk is?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
Well, honestly, I didn't know who he was like before the thing. I don't know. I mean, it's like sad for sure. I mean, definitely think like people should be able to say what they want and stuff without getting shot. But yeah, I guess it is like sadly ironic that like the quote about the gun or whatever. I don't know if you're familiar.
No.
Like he said it was like necessary for some gun deaths to like they didn't outweigh the Second Amendment basically.
Right.
So
it's ironic that he would end up being one that got
Yeah.
shot. Do you have any thoughts on just gun violence in general in America right now?
Definitely against it for sure. I'm not like well read enough, I think, like offer a solution right now.
Folks on campus, what they feel about gun violence in America right now.
I think that it's a bad thing, and I think that our government doesn't do anything to regulate it. And at the point that it's at, there wouldn't really be regulation.
Right.
Because of black market guns, but I think it's bad, and I don't think anybody needs a gun.
Do you know about Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
A lot of people pass. It's definitely sad. But he did advocate for that, right? Fathers die in Gaza every day and nobody talks about it. So, yeah, RIP, I guess.
Great point. Thank you so much. Any thoughts on gun violence in America these days?
I think it's sad the amount of divide across all walks of life across this nation. I feel like there's a lot of tools used by division that a lot of people can't really see, and they let it get the best of them, and that obviously as a result leads to different forms of violence, whether it's actual gun violence or like interpersonal violence or verbal abuse or prejudice. I think it's seen all throughout our country, and I think it's heartbreaking that people can't see everything for the bigger picture that's really going on. That we are, just here to enjoy our lives and to bridge the gap between one another and just enjoy relationships and enjoy life.
Totally.
So yeah, the fact that anybody has any kind of contempt or hate in their heart that to that magnitude to be willing to hurt or take somebody else's life is just, it's heartbreaking.
Did you know who Charlie Kirk was before the recent news of his death?
Barely, dude. I found out about who Charlie Kirk was when he came to this campus, and I had no idea who he was. So that day after he was on campus, I watched a bunch of his videos, and I understand both sides, because it's some of the things he says are obviously he was an intellectual, and he had a lot of stats and were really quick. I think his communication style was a little bit fucked up. He would often make people look or feel stupid on purpose, just given his style. But I feel also he had a lot of good points, but I think there was also a lot of his style of communication and the topics that he talked about was really a tool used for division. And I feel a lot of people bought into that division and let him kind of steer people away from each other, especially after the events of his death. Things that I saw of varying perspectives on it and letting that take people away from each other. It's really heartbreaking. I just feel everybody needs to take a step back and see everything from the bigger picture and see that there are people out there actively trying to keep us separated and keep us against each other to see what's really going on.
So you're saying you've seen since his death that people become more divided?
For sure.
Split.
For sure.
It's really interesting perspective. Do you ever think about gun violence on campus here?
Yeah, we've had a bomb threat or something last year. I don't live in fear, so it's if anything happens, it's gonna happen, and I hope it doesn't happen. And I think I try to spread as much positivity and light as I can on this campus, just to include as many people as possible. But I feel what makes people resort to violence is usually feelings of loneliness or desperation, or maybe they're in too deep of a rabbit hole on the internet and they're being programmed a specific way to think a certain way. I think a lot of people let programming get the best of them, whether that be social media, any kind of online platform. People are too susceptible to not be a free thinker and to just buy into whatever information they're being fed.
It's been really great. Thank you so much for your time.
People turn the other way just because of who's kind of calling the shots behind closed doors. I think it's going to take a unanimous agreement of local lawmakers to initiate change. I don't think it's going to be anyone in the House or in the Senate.
You don't think at a federal level there can be much change?
Not right now. Yeah, not right now. I don't think that's possible. But I think it should start locally.
Do you have any thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
I think it's sad what happened. I think it's one of those situations that obviously could have been prevented. I'm not really political. I think it's pretty horrible. I think it's just sad.
Were you here last year when he came and spoke on campus?
Yeah, I was.
Did you go to that?
No, I didn't go. I kind of steer clear of the extreme sides. I'm pretty moderate. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a sad situation. I think it could have been prevented. Yeah. It's one of those times where somebody's a situation shows exactly why we need to step in and prevent. Just like those mass shootings last year in the preschool in Texas, and you can go on and on. But
great. Thank you for your perspective. What are your thoughts on gun violence in America right now?
Guns should be canceled, honestly, because the risk is higher if you have a gun rather than not having a gun,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my opinion.
Do you know about Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have any thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
Killing a person is never the answer. Personally, I did not like the guy, but killing is never the answer, no matter what your opinion is. it's not a good answer.
Do you have any thoughts on gun violence these days?
Absolutely, and I think it should be stopped.
Yeah.
I do not stand with the Second Amendment.
Yeah. And do you have any thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
Charlie Kirk in specific,
Yeah.
I personally believe he was good because his religious beliefs aligned with mine and his values align. And yeah.
Did you know who he was before he was shot recently?
Oh yeah, and I was just searching like a day ago, like when would he come to our campus? So yeah.
He actually came to the campus last year.
Oh yes, that's why I was searching if he's coming here this year.
So you weren't there for that last year?
No, I'm a freshman, so.
If he did come, what would you want to ask him?
A lot about should we value, and in today's day, how can we change ourselves to be close to God?
How do you think we might be able to address gun violence?
Address gun violence?
Yeah. What sort of things could be done about it?
Well, should be more skeptical about who's owning a firearm based on their previous records. That's what I believe.
Great. We're asking people about gun violence in America.
I think it's bad, and there should be more laws against it, safety
Sure.
towards it.
What are your thoughts on Charlie Kirk?
I never liked him for obvious reasons, but yeah, the whole thing that happened with him, it's pretty sad. Gun violence is sad, period. I've just been telling everyone it's such a strange situation, since it's like he was a bad person and he was preaching what killed him. So yeah, it's strange. I don't think he deserved it, but he was preaching what happened to him.
Right. Did you know that he came and spoke on campus last year?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's
he
my
was
first year here.
Cool. Do you have any thoughts on gun violence in America right now?
Thoughts on gun violence?
Yeah.
I mean, seeing it like amping up, but I mean, no quick thoughts on it. I mean,
Sure.
maybe like against it. Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any thoughts on Charlie Kirk and his recent shooting?
I mean, nah, probably not at the moment. I mean,
Have you heard of him before he was shot?
yeah, here and there, yeah.
Did you know he came on campus last year?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't here last year. I
Okay.
just transferred this year.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
How you liking it so far?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like it. Kick back, relaxing,
Great.
enjoying the sun.
We're asking people on campus about gun violence.
I'm originally from Boulder. Recently, they've had a couple swatting events that happened in Boulder, like twice. I've had multiple friends who actually attend there, so it's been weird that I'm here and not experience it, and then just hearing about it from out of state.
Any thoughts on the recent shooting, Charlie Kirk?
Yes, I don't think there's any place for political violence anywhere in America, and I know there's a common denominator between the shooting of Charlie Kirk and a lot of with the events that's been happening around, I would say, school campuses. It's a complicated issue, but I think like guns and stuff like that needs to be addressed. And I know it's not a simple issue for it to be. A lot of people have their opinions on it, and a lot of people have their ways of lives about it. I think that instead of yelling and a lot of just disagreements and stuff, there needs to be a lot more discussion and a lot of more empathetic understanding of a lot of people's opinions.
It was interesting. You're saying there's a common denominator between Charlie Kirk and like other shootings on campuses around the country. What do you mean by a common denominator?
Maybe not campuses, not school campuses, but I think just like with recent events in general, it is definitely guns. I think gun control needs to be addressed better than the way we've been addressing it recently. I personally don't know how it should be done.
Hope you enjoyed these conversations with the student body here at SFSU.